Soul Garden.
Hello Soul Healers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. I'm also the host at soulgarden.me, where remarkable souls are living their brightest. Is that you? You should have a profile then. Come on down. We got a remarkable staff of amazing Virgos and healers helping you graduate to the next level. And this at the bottom here is our SG writing staff helping you with cool articles and information. So come on down. There's no excuses really not to get healed. And happy to announce this week the Act 4 videos will be available for download. This is a summary where I do in about 13 to 15 minutes summarizing from now until the end of the year. That includes the Mayan calendar end on December 21st and New Year's Eve if we live. That said, if you'd like me to text you when they're available, just text us at 96362, the word GA text me. Alrighty. Also, I've got something cool up in Soulmart. These are the Astro 101 video classes for astrology. So if you'd like to learn astrology, I do great little bite-sized 7-minute videos. They're super cheap. They're available to own. You can download. You can watch them again. They're super deep. You know what my work is like. But come on down to soulmart.me. At least watch the first one. See what you think. Some people have seen these already in Soul Nirvana. So if you have been in Soul Nirvana, these are the same ones, just so you know. FYI. Now, we are in the Master Shui. That's Chapter 3 of the third decan of the Sun in Libra. For Virgos, that means it's time to graduate this week and light cast a new soul capital, what you are worth. You've been working on this since the fall of 2009. Ever since you launched Virgo 2.0, you wanted to get out there and draw in this new ego abundance. From that perspective, we move into productivity, taking that energy and doing something with it. And this week, we're going to slip into the magical word of abundance. That is, of course, getting passionate about what you're worth, getting passionate about what you can draw in, and allowing your emotions to get excited and not refrain. So you want to be able to run with it. That's what masters do. They just know they are abundant. You can feel it. They can feel it, and that's because it's an emotional state of awareness. Now, that said, when we come back on the Overlap Fun Day Sunday, Jupiter rules the day, so it's a day to expand the month's topic. So you want to go ahead and let your emotions get excited about what you're worth and get passionate about that on Fun Day Sunday. The moon in Libra pulls your emotions into that. Jupiter rules the day, which means we're going to push it beyond what we know. And Saturn is at 1 degree Scorpio, which means your mind is starting to get clear or decisive and not let your mind or thoughts sway. So you know how Virgos are. If their minds are all over the map, they can't do anything. Saturn there says you can control your mind when necessary. So that's good. A good way to start the week, right? Sunday. Fun Day Sunday. All right. Then on Monday, it's Light Cast Day, the most powerful day of the month to manifest our intentions. The moon is on top of the sun. That's what this means. And it's time to just jump, let loose, do not hold back. Uranus ruling the day means it'll be a breakdown, breakthrough, and then light cast day. So there's going to be probably something that tests you in the final hour where you have to get your emotions behind your shui. Now, the Pluto Libra generation, I want to mention that anyone born between 1973 and 1982, you're not just manifesting a new light cast abundance, but you are also ending your childhood karma. This is the official end of your karma if you've done your work. If you're light casting the new soul capital, you've definitely got rid of your karma. So it's a huge day for a whole generation is shifting up, entire generation between now and Scorpio. Everyone on Earth is going to feel that shift, I do believe. That's the generation and the ages. On Tuesday, it's breakthrough, it's understanding, it's a pensive day. Mercury rules the day, so it's time to process. The moon moves into Scorpio, so now your emotions are processing. And for a moment, the moon crosses Saturn. So you have to maybe get real clear, real decisive. You might have to speak up. You might have to have an uncomfortable communication that communicates a boundary with someone in order to enforce the soul capital or set up for the soul capital. So these are the possible obstacles. The moon will also cross Mercury, which will be a point where you get super serious in your mind too. One other thing, this double square, this comes to a head on Tuesday as you are processing in the background. And what this is has been building up for a long time. It epicenters really from your ego. Venus in Virgo, you're really wanting to own your strength. You're really not wanting to sacrifice your strength or sacrifice your Virgo 2.0 at all. That ego has a fear conflict to Jupiter and Gemini, which for you is, where's my career going? Am I going to get my legacy? You're a little impatient about that, to be honest with you, because that's going to be another year in the making, the career empowerment. Mars in Sag is that you are over it and want it to be taken care of. You want all of your household and grounding in order, and you are impatient about it. So basically what this little diagram says is Venus in Virgo, just own the Virgo 2.0, just live by what you learned, and these two other areas will break free. That's what the planets say. On Wednesday, it is sunny and creative, and I think you're feeling really cool. This is because the moon is in Scorpio, it is off of Pluto, and this means that emotions now are very clear. So you can now think, communicate, process, stand up. It's also an innovative day where you're kind of perhaps gambling on your soul capital a bit, taking some risks with the new soul capital. That's not a problem, you definitely should. And the moon is still in Scorpio but has crossed Mercury in the last 24 hours. That was you probably having to stand up somewhere or speak up somewhere again. Then on Thursday, it's cloudy, nesting, and resting. The moon moves into Sagittarius, pulling your emotions into that part of you that wants to ground and wants to feel solid, the part we talked about with the double square. Neptune rules the day, which means that your soul capital or your passionate, abundant shui, your abundance shui, is looking and feeling around to make sure with your psychic state that everything's okay. So you're kind of pulling in your guides and you're testing the waters to just make sure that you are okay to claim what you think you're worth. That's a good thing. At the same time, there is an opposition during the day, a tug-of-war, if you will. It really starts when the moon crosses Mars. This is where your patience is tested as far as feeling secure, feeling grounded, feeling like you have your nest in order, so your patience is tested. Later in the day, the moon opposes Jupiter retrograde, so this is a tug-of-war between, why isn't my career legacy farther? Oh, I want to feel grounded. Again, your patience tested in that regard. And really, your soul capital tested. Remember, this lesson this month is really about how you feel with your soul capital, owning your abundance. So you have to still own your abundance. This is a test of your abundant feelings as well on this particular day. Then comes Friday. Now Friday is a definite nesting, resting day. You're going to feel strong. Saturn rules the day, which means we have the decisive energy to commit. And in what your case is, it's time to commit to that master abundant shui. You're going to commit to what you're worth, red or black, put it all on the table. It's like a Vegas kind of thing. There is no turning back. You commit, you go forward, you get your emotions behind it. Now you don't, you have to risk letting yourself get disappointed. Virgos want to hold back their emotional shui because they don't want to be disappointed. Sorry, small gamblers make little bit in return. If you want to go forward, commit and release and just find what feels right, what is balanced. At the same time, your own emotions are seeking to be nurtured. That's the nesting and resting of the transit. The moon and Mars are still working together, so even though you need to recharge your batteries, this commitment to the higher level of shui does actually move yourself, your well-being and your security up a notch. So if you do everything correct and you commit to the value, you will feel more taken care of virtually by yourself by the actions that you took this whole time. Then on Saturn Day, there's a chance of some anxiety. That's because of multiple things going on. For one, Mars rules the day, which means it's time to put into action your master shui abundance. So whatever you feel abundantly about, you want to put that into action. This means that you're going to, you might have to gamble, negotiate, go to the bank, ask for the loan, ask for the raise. You're saying to the universe, I expect it now. So that's a bit of an anxiety there. Basically, just feel what's right, ask your guides, and go. That's my advice there. But the other reason there's some stuff going on is the fact that we're releasing today. The moon crosses Pluto, which means you're going to let go of the old story of you never got what your heart wanted. You're going to let go of the old story of you had a bad childhood and everything will never work out. You've got to let go of all poor me as of now if you want to own the new abundant shui. Okay? And what happens is, by owning that Venus at 20 degrees in Virgo, says once you get passionate about your charisma, passionate about that Virgo 2.0, passionate about that cool part of you that can pull anything off at this point, that passion is what lets you to step away from your childhood and step toward dreams coming true. So it's a real passionate shui shift on Saturday as you are committing to what you're worth. You are feeling the ground shift beneath you, so to speak. Then on Overlap Fun Day Sunday, it's time to squat and hold space. Mother Earth rules the day. This is the point where there's no negotiation. You sit on your price. You do not answer the phone. You do not collect $200. You do not pass go. You just squat. That's what we do. Good news for you, you just went through the hard stuff yesterday. I think you're feeling rather childlike, rather fun, and feeling rather creative on this day. This is on Fun Day Sunday. Now, looking at the planets, there's something kind of groovy going on. As you hold space and squat, as you can tell, the sun is already conjuncting Saturn in Scorpio. So you're already merging this new soul capital with a brand new attitude, represented by Saturn 1 degree in Scorpio. A new attitude being born, a rich attitude, basically. At the same time, 22 degrees Venus, owning your charisma, Virgo 2.0, is now in its master shui. So you're passionate about that charisma. Plus 22 is the same degree we had on Lycaste with the sun. Then Mercury, 22 degrees Scorpio, although Saturn is just starting with this new attitude, your mind thinks, excuse me, Mercury's over there, that's Mars. Mercury's there, you see it. But Mercury, your mind knows already this attitude, feels this attitude, 22 degrees as well, so it's master shui. So you're master shui with an attitude, your master shui with Virgo 2.0, your master shui with your new value, and you're at the very beginning of a new attitude, probably a rich attitude about you. All right, Virgos, that's all I got for your 7-day forecast. We have a lot of people here for you, namely Jenny Watson, who's in SG After Dark. She is a Virgo and way on top of her shui, so we got at least one phenomenal role model for you in the garden. We have others too, the writers, the staff. There's a lot of people, so come down for that. Free office hours during the week. Plus, we also have those videos at Soulmart, and we also have Act 4s coming out. So lots to help you graduate your 2.0 and your new value system. All right, that's it. I've said enough. 11/11. It ended at 11/11. Oh my goddess, that's a sign. I'll see you next week. Live, love, be. Having trouble in your love life? I have the answers. It's called Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Not anymore. Find out your birthday secrets, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.